Did you hear they're making a law to make job postings even more boring? Well, no, that's actually not true, because that's not possible. Job postings they could not be any more boring, right? They're just horrible. But this isn't a video about how to write better job postings. There are far better copywriters out there who can help you with that. This is a different approach. This is about making your job postings more visually attractive. Now, before we get into that, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to this video. Get your tips and tricks from me in employer branding every single day of the week. And if you like employer branding, go subscribe to my newsletter, employerbrandheadlines.substack.com. There's a link in the show notes sort of thing. So anyway, back to visuals. Here's the thing. We feel like we've been trained that job postings have to be just text, and they don't. There's a lot of opportunity for you to add some visuals. Now, I'm not telling you to make it look like razzle-dazzle. This doesn't have to be MySpace all over again, where you have animated GIFs and sparkle backgrounds and music and whatever the heck Tom was doing to us. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a simple visual that you embed in every single job posting. A visual that isn't just about, look, it's visuals, but an opportunity for you to set your employer brand frame. There are plenty of studies out there that say if you look at a bunch of copy and you look at visuals, our brains look at the visuals first. That means if you put the visual close to the top, not even at the top, people's eyes will look at the visual, absorb the information, and then return to the top to read the copy. So, why not make a visual that sets that frame? If your brand is all about opportunity, you've got some great headlines, I'm hoping, about what opportunity means at your company. Make them visual. Throw a little logo in there, throw a little gradient background or something. I don't know, I'm not a designer. Trust me, I know I'm not a designer. But there's plenty of ways you can illustrate that frame. Now make it the same size as a LinkedIn post, right? This job is probably gonna go on LinkedIn anyway, so you might as well make sure the form factor is correct. Make a template, whether it's Canva or Figma or Photoshop, I don't know. There's plenty of tools out there to make a really straightforward template with some good resources that you can brand really well, but focus on how do you make that headline pop? How do you make it obvious? How do you make it draw a candidate's eye as they're absorbing that information? Couple of caveats before we get too far into that though. Most major job boards will strip your images out. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. But why are you worried about job boards? Job boards are where people are going to look for jobs. You're trying to attract people who need a reason to engage with you. So that's not an audience you need to care about with this. This posting, this visual, is perfect for when you're asking hiring managers, recruiters, business leaders to post a talk about this job. Here's the graphic. Please use this graphic when you talk about it, when you link to this job. Also, when the person goes from any number of job boards, chances are they don't apply on the job board. They click a link that takes them to your job board, where your visuals will work. So this is how you drive people back to where they can see that video, get your employer brand frame set, and then they can read the copy and make a good decision. Hopefully you enjoy this kind of tip. It's straightforward. Once you templatize it, you can start building them really, really quickly and make it a regular habit for all your jobs. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time in the Employer Brand Minute. Bye.